Hello, 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 and welcome back to Spoonie Games and part 5 of Lisa. And I did have a little wander around, managed to die once, but as I was wandering here, I realised something, and I can't believe I missed it before, because you know how you got those little openings, like above us, that literally, the three doors, and there was one here. So I went through it, and then came across this place. And I did wander this way just out of curiosity to see if it turns into something. Besides being attacked by snakes, uh, I was then having a conversation with one of my companions, and I was like, "Right, I got to stop it there and come back so I can actually record it and show you guys before I get too far." Um, but the snakes can be quite evil, because Terry got killed pretty much in about 2 hits. Oh, okay. You're doing to Nern this time. Don't do that, because Nern can actually fight. Um, okay, I guess we'll go. Can use that. You can guard this time. You can do a big shot. Survive, Nern! I'll just keep doing fireballs, because fireballs seem to be the best. Oh, he's got poisoned. See, no one got poisoned last time. And Terry died, like, straight away. Well, I say straight away in 2 hits. But I've got the cigarette, so I can. Yay! I knew there was a reason to keep that. Um, he's down a bit of health. Do we have anything besides... Because that's a big heal. 50... 200. That's what it said, doesn't it? Capable of getting you drunk, recovers 200 HP, boost TP before battles to 15 while drunk. Alright, we will hold off because we don't know who the next snaky is going to attack, which was about here. Yeah. Two snakes, and then I found a campsite, and I was like, yay, I can bring people back to life because of Terry dying. And then Nern started another one of his tales. And so that's when I was like, I should really stop here in case he gives away something really interesting. Jeez. Hopefully... Well, there's... Part of me is like, there's a campsite. I don't really want to use... a healing item that I have limited supply on when I have a campsite to literally cross the road. But I wonder if that will stop the conversation with Nern now because Nern's dead. I guess we'll find out in a moment. It's funny because last time they all attacked Terry. This time I was like, Terry, defend! And they were like, alright, we'll screw over the other guy. They did attack Brad once? So yeah, I got to here. Rest. And then this happened, if it's going to happen again. Brad. Brad! Wake up. Wake up, Brad. Brad, it's important. Something I remember about Olaf. Something about our past. There you are. Now that you're awake, I must remind you. It's mighty rude to fall asleep in the middle of a conversation, Brad. Next time, just tell me if you're tired. I'd surely understand. I'm not one for wasting people's time. Oh, yeah, you are. Oh, oh, oh. More importantly, I was getting to a point of everything we discussed earlier tonight. I have a theory, Brad, based on all my research, and based on the fact that we know at least one female still exists, or shall I say, is alive, for now, I suppose. Based on all of this, I believe that women, and by the way, before you pass any judgment, I have to add that I've done a ton of research. He's going to say something bad, isn't he? Life after the Flash has been totally surreal. Honestly, none of this makes sense. And the more I hang around with you, Brad, the worse it gets. I'm really starting to wonder if you've taken so many of those drugs that you're starting to become a drug yourself. Hey, I've not done it. I've been trying to sell them. I'm trying to get rid of them. I'm a pusher of the drugs. I give them to other people now. I've started to see and feel very weird things around you. Scary, but hard to resist, I must say. In fact, I'm starting to notice that the light reflects off of your shiny head in a way that reflects off the joy pills. Could it be a connection? Or is this just how light reflects off of perfectly rounded surfaces? I'm sorry, Brad. Hoo-hoo. I got lost in thought. All of this mysticism and speculation is beneath you. Dry, plain, direct information, that's what you're all about. And yeah, I pinned you right as a history buff, my boy. And history waits for no one. Recording history, learning from history, building whole society off the tales of facts, sometimes fictional. And that's why it's more important than ever to discuss and record these wild times. Let me go to bed, man. If only the wasteland had some type of magazine of information. Oh wow. I just had a serious mind blast. Do you remember newspapers, Brad? I do. I never read them, but I did always keep them. In fact, I collected them. Oh god, the music started again with one of his stories. When's he going to say about his wife? God rest her soul. Do you know why? Do you know why, Brad? You'll never guess, but I'll give you a chance. Oh, we don't care. Coupons, Brad. I loved coupons. I mean, heck, it's why I married my wife in the first place. Yeah, we go, God rest her soul. She loved coupons almost as much as me. Stacks and stacks of new papers, all full of coupons. Each new paper had anything from 1 to 5 coupons in each issue. Newspapers came one time a week. On a good month, you could net 25 to 200 coupons a month. If you factored in my private hoard, I'll tell you, what my Braddy boy, can't even speak. Braddy boy, if I could have just one thing from before the Flash, just one thing, it would be newspapers. I'd love to wake up at a campfire with a tight wadded little newspaper all rolled up, just waiting for me. Squeezed together by a bouncy rubber band that just barely too tight. Pages ready to burst out, coupons begging to be drenched in my penny-pinching gaze. Golly, I'd trade the filthiest of mags for one last newspaper. Hell, I'd cut my own arm off for a newspaper, maybe both of them. Oh, gracious me, I had so many dailies. Alright, you're unintended. Use us in the CC, the coupon collecting community. We would call newspapers dailies for short. Newsies, papers, newspapers, the rags, the weeklies. The news. And for coupons, we would call them clips. Clippies, clippings, discount documents, thrift tickets, bargain bills, a legal license to loot, certificates to save. Oh, those folks taught me a lot about coupons. I'm embarrassed to admit, but did you know when I would go to the supermarket, I would bring all the newspapers from home? I'd fill a whole cart with just newspapers full of coupons every time I went. Ho ho! One day a woman came up to me while I was shopping and handed me a pair of scissors and said, "You should buy these scissors." And in my head I said, "You should mind your own business." But in the moment I ended up saying, "Shut the fuck up with your scissors, peddling hack. Can't you see I'm busy having a bad day?" Yeah, totally the inside voice that you shouldn't have said. Not this. She ignored that and took the time to explain to me that I could clip the coupons and leave the worthless newspapers behind. Wow! What a woman. Ended up marrying her. Turns out you can be rude to whoever you want and still find love. You just need to keep being mean until you find that special someone patient enough to tolerate it. Yes, that's what love is. What I'm saying is, well, hey, sorry, Brad, it's just my eyes have just adjusted to the dark now, and, well, not to be rude, but you have a lot of blood on you. In your beard, on your clothes, you smell like blood too. It's just it. It reminds me of a childhood friend. Oh, God. We're never gonna sleep. Rodney Donkhausen? Red Rod, we called him. Leave me alone. Or was it Radrod? That's right, Radrod, because his red hair was so radical. Ho ho. I have so many great stories about that goof. But those will have to wait for another time, thank God. Can I go to sleep now? All this back and forth has got me tuckered out. I should get some rest. Yes. Good thinking, Brad. Get some winks in, too. Sleep is important. Really? You mean the thing that I was doing before you decide to... And he keeps going. Why, in the 4 times, I'd rest 13 to 17 hours a day, ho-ho. Of course, that was back when. Mahogany. What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, Radrod. Rude and red he was, ho-ho. Just like my slop sipping, coupon clipping wife. Oh, it's fading. Wow. By Fortnite's heaving bosom. What is that? Ah, sorry, Brad. I swear I just felt a spider crawling on my face. It's just been a twitch of your old moustache whiskers. Ho ho. You know, I'm surprised you're still awake, Brad. Really? One says you're having trouble turning in anyway. Oh, God. I suppose you wouldn't mind hearing just a bit more about old Roddy, would you? I remember it was 40 something years ago. It was, ho ho. Rod shook me awake, big mane of red hair was whispering to and fro. Oh boy, it was shouting, shaking like a leaf blower. I found it, how the world got so arsed up. He's too close to my face, mind, and the way he's talking is annoying me. Kind of erratic, and what kind of person says arsed in the heat of the moment? Arsed, see? It feels weird for me to say it even now. Ho ho. Plus, I can feel his spittle on my smooth chin. I shouldn't have shaved that day. Not that I could ever grow much of my own beard. Anyway, obviously, this has got me intrigued. His hair's being so long, I mean, how did he do that? I'll admit, I've always been jealous of a good mop. Sturdy follicles escaped me even then. And that rascally Rod knew it. That wasn't the first time he shoved those thick strands in my face like that. Now what was the first time? Must have been 20 or 50 years ago. Yeah, just not much of a difference between 20 or 50. Who's really counting? Just picture yourself as a child. What? So when you're a baby, Rod just came in with his luscious locks and drowned you in them. 5, 6, 26 years old. Who's really counting? Just picture a much younger Brad. Now that you're in the childlike state of mind, picture me as a child. Especially 8.5 years old. Wrinkleless and enthusiastic I was. Ho ho. It was the summer of the 80s. 90s? Summer of 98. Son of an empty-headed bitch. What year was it? Ah, forget it. I'm not big on details. Really? You're just going to have to deal with that, Brad. Please don't interrupt me. Where was I? Alright. Oh. It was my first time going over to Rad Rod's house. Now I was the kind of kid who usually kept to himself, you know? Never been the best at talking with people. Can't come up with enough to say, you understand? Well, you surely got over that as you grew up. Because you won't shut the fuck up. But I'd work up the courage at that point to brave a sleepover. So I go over to Rodster's place and I knock 3 times, but it isn't my pal who answers the door. Well, I thought it was Rod at first, that mess of ginger on top, but the hair kept on flowing down, long beautiful locks by golly. It was some kind of foxy babe. A tomato-headed slice of juicy fruit. Or is it a vegetable? Are tomatoes fruits or veggies? Either way, she was a 7. Maybe even an 8, if she came with some garlic bread. Ho ho! Hair so saucy you could eat it. Ho ho ho! Was that red-headed Rod's snack of a sister, or his dish of a mum? It's one of the mysteries I ponder in the rare moments I get to myself these days. But you can bet your spaghetti she showed me up in my dreams that night, ho ho. That is, until Rad Rod, the carrot-topped bastard, shook me awake in the middle of the night. Exactly like how you interrupted my sleep just now to talk about discounts and girls and junk. He kept babbling on and on about seeing Polka Dot Man right outside his window. He was so close to my face I couldn't bear it. Prepubescent whiskers were practically touching. The stench of his dumb kid breath sent tingles of disgust down my spine. What's that? You don't remember the Polka Dot Man? The old urban legend about the greasy guy in the suit creeping around at night? Yeah, he had a polka dot tie or something. Who cares? That's not the point. The point is, it was just typically radical Rodney. vying for attention. That's why we called him Needy Nay. He always had to be the focal point, constantly embellishing things. Yeah, you've never done that in your entire life. People like that, I swear. Jesus. We've gone 20 minutes and most of it, 15, something like that, has just been this guy talking. Anyway, Brad, all this camaraderie is nice and all, but I'd appreciate if you respect my time a bit more going forward. Fuck's sake, we made it! You don't feel very well rested. No shit. At least everyone's back alive and health, and your SP's not great, but... Look at it smile. Disgusting. I've watched this beast kill dozens. Yet at this moment, I can just sit here and stare into its eyes, and it just stares back, smiling. But you want to kill it, don't you? You'll need something explosive, firebombs perhaps, and some good men. Then you may stand a chance. Still... Well, I kind of hope we don't die, because I do not want to go through that again. Was that like a guy in a tent? Or some weird eldritch horror? Right, you can... because we do have some firebombs. Skills, you can go advantage. Okay. I mean, we only have 3 of them. I don't really want to use another. Okay, I'm gonna use another. Jesus. Soup, you can have the soup. Firebomb. Big shot. He feels weird. I don't know what weird does. You can have that. Skills. You can try that. Everyone's scared. He's not. Can we do anything? Say about telling him a ghost story. Well, crap. Because he is like main damage guy. I guess we are pretty screwed. Unless we can... Nope. I was going to say unless the archer at the back can actually do something, but he's got like one hit left potentially. Bowl of soup. Give it to him. Hopefully he will stay alive. Skills. Doesn't he have stuff to get people's... No, it's TP. God. Now we're used to just Terry! Terry ain't gonna do nothing. Oh, all of that for nothing. Alright. I'm gonna have... We'll get back there and give that guy another go. One moment. And we're trying again. Right. I should have used items before I even stepped into this fight, but I'm stupid, so... Well, you can at least do one fireball before you need to get SP even. You can start throwing fire bombs. You... Don't know, what can you do? Actually, we got two. Oh, no, that's TP, that's SP. Right, we've only got one. Guess we can do that. Skills, you can go to the back. Alright. You can have the Coke. You can throw more firebombs. So you can keep boosting up his TP, because he then can at least do fire arrows, which are quite heavy hitting. Okay, and Terrier's out already. Jesus. Right, you can just fire, fire, fire. You can throw the last firebomb. You can do bomb arrow. Soup on him. Get him back up. I have no idea how close or far we are away from doing this. It's TP, isn't it? Yeah, alright. Get you some more TP since we're burning through it. It's just down to you two. Come on. Alright, it's glaring. Alright, you feel weird. I don't know what that means. If that actually affects anything. Crying. Alright, you can just do the last bomb. I have been licked. Right. Don't think I've got anything to up or any more TP. Use TP before battles. Right, but I don't want to use something that could be needed. But I've got enough for a bomb. Part of me is like, it coughing up lots of blood surely is a good thing? Yes! Oh. Poor thing. What do you mean, poor thing? Alright, now I'm gonna go back over here. And hopefully I don't get the tail of the whatever again. Oh no. You got some joy. I don't really want some joy. Can I save it now? Please. Oh, child's back. Oh, because didn't it say, like, I needed a bike to do the jumps? Damn you, snakes! Horse stance? Semi-steady horse stance, increasing SP. Right, we're just gonna... skills. Hopefully just get through these guys. Is there a poisoned? I can't remember if there was a fireplace. Oh, so I see. You do the hard fight and then it's death by snakes on the way back. Totally fair. That work? Oh. Nice. You're like our healer now. But that takes 40 of his SP to do that. But then don't you have a... Yeah, you've got something to... So we got two support type guys. Get some SP back, and then you use the SP, and you call that guy up to full. Wow. We actually have, well, I say that, an amount of SP to be able to do the move again. You can boost that, you can loose. Actually, I could have used a bomb. Never mind, it's dead! Can I use outside of battles? No. Because that would be far too easy. Oh my god! Like, there was two snakes, one on each screen getting here, and when I was doing it off screen just to get back to that, there was like an additional one. I was thinking, oh, maybe it's just like RNG, hands in the fate of the gods type thing, and now it's just non-stop snake, which seems a bit unfair. I'm literally wasting all my stuff just to try and get through. You potentially are going to die before you get to do this, but we'll try it. You can use bomb. Maybe it'll kill it. Finger beam? I don't want to lose Terry, but I also don't want to use any items. I just want to go back and save it. Please, no more snake. I say it as more snake. Let's see what finger beam does. Okay. Go finger beam. Oh, that was horrible. At least I got a bike, which we needed somewhere for jumping over. I think it was the middle path. But yeah, we will check that next time. Oh, I thought that was almost a wasted episode if I couldn't take that guy down. But managed to pull through, and then the snakes almost got us. But yeah, we will do that next time. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.